What does the phrase rule of law signify? How has it affected the growth and development of administrative law? Ans. Rule of law. It simply means that the law rules. Even in most autocratic form of government, there is some law which regulates as to how power of government is to be exercised. One of the basic principles of the English Constitution of USA is the rule of law. This doctrine is accepted in the Constitution of India. The entire basis of administrative law is the doctrine of the rule of law. According to Dicey, the rule of law is one of the fundamental principles of the English legal system. In his book he attributed the following three meanings to the said doctrine. I. Supremacy of law. 2. Equality before law, and 3. Predominance of legal spirit. I. Supremacy of law. Explaining the first principle, Dicey states that rule of law means the absolute supremacy or predominance of regular law as opposed to the influence of arbitrary power or wide discretionary power. It excludes the existence of arbitrariness, of prerogative or even wide discretionary authority on the part of the government. 2. Equality before law. Secondly, it means equality before the law or equal subjection of all classes to the ordinary law of the land administered by the ordinary law courts. Everyone, whatever his position, right from a state minister to a policeman, is governed by ordinary law of the land and personally liable for anything done by him contrary to that law, and is subject to the jurisdiction of the ordinary courts of justice, civil or criminal. On this point Dicey distinguished droit administrative from rule of law. He criticized the system of droit administrative in France where there were separate administrative tribunals for deciding cases between the government and the citizen. On the basis of above analysis he said that in England administrative law does not exist. 3. Predominance of legal spirit. Thirdly, rule of law may be used as formula for expressing the fact that with us the law of the Constitution are not the source but the consequences of the rights of individuals as defined and enforced by the courts. According to Dicey, administrative law is based on two ideas which are repugnant to the spirit of rule of law, viz. 1. That the government and its servants possess special rights, privileges, and prerogatives as against private citizens. An individual in his dealings with the state does not stand on the same footing as that on which he stands in dealings with his neighbor. 2. That government and its officials should be independent of and free from the jurisdiction of ordinary courts. Dicey states that in many countries rights such as right to personal liberty, freedom from arrest, freedom to hold public meetings are guaranteed by a written constitution. Those rights are the result of judicial decision. Thus, Dicey emphasized the role of the courts of law as guarantors of liberty and suggested that the rights would be secured more adequately if they were enforceable in the courts of law than by mere declaration of those rights in a document. According to him, mere incorporation or inclusion of certain rights in the written constitution is of little value in the absence of effective remedies of protection and enforcement. Dicey's thesis had its own advantages and merits. The doctrine of rule of law proved to be an effective instrument in confining the administrative authorities within their limits. It served as a kind of touchstone to judge and test administrative actions. The doctrine of the rule of law expounded by Dicey was never fully accepted in England even in his days. In 1885 there existed a long list of statutes which permitted the exercise of discretionary powers which could not be called in question by courts, and the crown enjoyed the immunity under the maxim, "The king can do no wrong." The shortcoming of Dicey's thesis was that he not only excluded arbitrary powers, but also insisted that the administrative authorities should not be given wide discretionary powers, as according to him, wherever there is discretion, there is room for arbitrariness. Thus, Dicey failed to distinguish arbitrary power from discretionary power. Though arbitrary power is inconsistent with the concept of rule of law, discretionary power is not, if it is properly exercised. The modern welfare state cannot work properly without exercising discretionary power.